What's going on? What's going on? Canelo Alvarez. We know he's coming back to boxing. He just had his fight. Was victorious in his last one. He's a unified champion now, and he's supposed to be fighting his mandatory Yildirim, I guess in February. It was supposed to be in Mexico, but I guess with everything that's going on right now, they're saying it's not going to be possible to do that, to have it in Mexico. So it looks as if it might be coming to the United States. They might not be doing it in Mexico. It might be stateside. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I guess people are still going to go there. People are still going to support. I think people are still going to watch, especially if he's like in a place like Texas. And I guess if the prices are reasonable, because I don't know. It's a very low tier fight. He's literally fighting a guy who hasn't fought in 2 years, and he's fighting a guy who lost his last bout. In his last bout, that man took a loss. Yet somehow he's the mandatory, and somehow this is the guy that Canelo Alvarez is going to fight. Now, the thing is that Yildirim or whatever, he's with PBC. He's with Al Heyman. He's with PBC. So there's a rumors going on that the fight's actually going to be on PBC. I could possibly see that happening, just due to the fact that I don't know, people, especially when it comes to like Showtime, they really want to get Canelo Alvarez onto the network. They really, I'm not thinking pay-per-view or anything of that nature, but I am thinking regular television, whether it be regular Showtime or maybe on a Fox or something of that nature. I think they want to get him on a card like that. And they want to start that relationship up with him. So I think it's a type of situation where it's like, all right, this is a low risk, low tier fight where we can kind of, start this relationship with him and show him what we're capable of offering him and giving to him. Me personally, unless this is actually leading to something, I don't see what the point is. To get him to fight on your network, he's going to win a lot of money, because we all know that DAZN, DAZN, there's a lot of fights that DAZN wants still with Canelo. Obviously, they want the Gennady Golovkin fight. Obviously, they want the Billy Joe Saunders fight. And they're willing to pay. In this last fight, they paid him $20 million. And they're going to be willing to, I believe, to do that when it comes to Saunders. And I believe that they're going to be willing to do that when it comes to Gennady Golovkin. They'll probably pay him a lot more. Gennady Golovkin might be a $35 million fight where they, pay him substantially for that particular bout. So because of that, I think that's where he's still kind of going to be focused at. So in order for PBC, or Showtime or whatever to get him, they got to put up a lot of money. And I just don't see what the point is. If he's not locked into anything where it's a multi-fight deal where you're going to end up then seeing him against some of the top tier fighters, what's the point? I don't see exactly what's the point is. Like, you're better off investing those funds into other fights, like a Keith Thurman versus a Ugas. That's going to do a lot of viewerships. We know Keith Thurman brings in numbers when he fights. You're better off taking the part of those funds and investing it in, who knows? I mean, maybe a Ruguru versus Adrian Broner. Investing in fights like that, that's what you're better off doing. And bringing viewership that way and building up your fighters that way. Continuing to invest in fighters like Colbert, investing who is coming up, who just had a spectacular showing in his last bout, investing in fighters like Ennis, who's also young and upcoming. The future, basically, the Russell brothers, Gary Russell's younger brothers, progressing them up, because these guys are the future. So you're better off taking those funds and investing in them. There's other fights that you can invest in. Even if you wanted to, a Benavidez versus a Plant, put up the money for that. Pay each one of them $3 million, and put up that fight. That's a big fight. I think financially, I just think it'd be better off, taking those funds, investing in things of that nature instead of a fight like that against a Yildirim. This is a fight where Canelo should get that guy out within 3-4 rounds. It should be a very, very, very easy fight. It's not like it's a fight where, okay, this is a PBC fighter and You're putting up this money because you believe in him and you believe that he can stop this guy. It's not one of those type of bouts. If you're gonna spend that kind of money, put up $7 million. Five, six, $7 million. See if you can even get a chance, like someone like a Terrence Crawford, to come over there and fight Sean Porter. You know, maybe do something like that. I just believe financial those type of funds, they could definitely be used into other things. If this is not leading to anything, 'cause there's no point. $20 million, you're gonna give him $15 million. You're getting $20 million to fight for a fight that's going to last 2-3 rounds. Makes absolutely no sense. And it's not even like you can have this huge gate because of everything that's happening right now in the world. You can get some people in there, but obviously nowhere near what you usually would be able to do. I don't see what the point is. But that's the rumor, that the possibility that he could be fighting on PBC. But I think even though the fight can't be done in Mexico, I think this will probably still be a fight that's on the zone. A fight where Canelo Alvarez probably still works with Eddie Hearn, where Eddie Hearn's going to take care of, getting the venue and setting up the card and them doing it that way. Just because I believe when it comes to as far as this year is concerned, I think the fighters that he wants to fight are going to be on the zone. And the zone, they're not paying him the 32 anymore, but they're still paying him 20 M's to fight lower tier fighters that are not dangerous. And I mean, if they're still going to be moronic enough to do that, I guess, go get that money. And that's what he's doing. So in the next couple of weeks, obviously, we'll know what's going on. He's supposed to be fighting in February. I mean, it's almost the middle of January already. So if that's the case, then we should know soon exactly what he's doing and what his plans are. But for now, like, subscribe, share. I'm out.